The death toll stands at 31 in the wake of the two mass shootings over the weekend. That's where we start tonight. I'm Connor Board and Mike has the evening off. The El Paso suspected gunman remains behind bars. The death toll there is now 22 after two wounded victims died today. And authorities here in Dayton are still piecing together what led 24-year-old Connor Betts to kill 9 people, including his own sister, in less than a minute. The motive remains a mystery. The terrifying moments show the masked gunman with a bulletproof vest unloading on innocent people, wrapping up a night out early Sunday morning. Police say they found at least 41 spent shell casings from the gunman's weapon. Thankfully, officers stopped the gunman before he could use the other 200 rounds he had on his body. The victims range in age from 22 to 57 years old. And moving on from that, as we grapple with this weekend's horrific shootings, today President Trump weighed in and called for action. Our Washington correspondent Raquel Martin has more from his speech and lawmakers' reaction.
Hate has no place in America.
President Trump calls for action after gunmen in 2 states ambushed crowds, killing at least 30 people and injuring dozens more.
We will ensure that those who were attacked will not have died in vain.
The president is urging Congress to pass bills that strengthen background checks and keep guns away from the mentally ill. He blames video games and the internet for inciting violence.
Mental illness and hatred pulls the trigger, not the gun.
But back in Dayton, Ohio, frustrated Democrats call the president's talk cheap.
They're killing American citizens.
Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan and Senator Sherrod Brown say if the president wants gun reform, only one man stands in the way: Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
I've called on Senator McConnell to bring the Senate back into session. We can pass that in one afternoon, background checks.
Republicans like Ohio Senator Rob Portman say they support reforms, but don't want Congress to rush drastic bills.
There aren't enough laws, and in fact no law can correct some of the more fundamental cultural problems we face today.
It's about the gun.
Chris Brown with the Brady Campaign, a national gun control group, disagrees, pointing out the 22-year-old shooter in Dayton bought his gun legally.
We are the only industrialized country on earth that allows a person to walk in a store and walk out with weapons designed for the military battlefield.
The president is scheduled to visit Dayton, Ohio later this week. In Washington, Raquel Martin.